Welcome to episode 2 of Banter Brigade. Thank you to all of our listeners who have been tuning in to episode 1. We appreciate you. Tell your friends. And we're going to start this episode off with just a little catch-up. How you guys been?
Been very good. Life's been just swell. Things are heating up, not only on the pod, but in life.
Okay.
Give us an example, please.
Little background, I'm a basketball referee, and I've been absolutely cleaning up the courts. No bad calls, no mad parents. Kids are happy. Move on with my life.
I thought you did say that one dad had to be
I
taken
did have
out.
one incident where a dad did have to be asked to leave the gym. He was in my my path that I am granted on the sideline, and he got in my way.
Did you fall over him, or?
Well, I would have run right into him, so I immediately blew the whistle, stopped the game, embarrassed him, and asked him to leave. But other than that, I've been good. How about you guys?
Yeah, I would say I'm good as well. I have learned a few new things at work. I'm trying to catch up on slang terms.
Slang as in like what the kids are saying?
Yeah, what the youths are saying. And even though I am probably the most youthful on this podcast, I think I am actually the youngest by a year.
Yeah.
So I think it goes Sam,
Me,
you, then me.
Or in order.
You should test us. What are they saying?
So something that has said is like Riz. Like they got the Riz.
Like, do you know what it means?
Yeah, I know what it means now because I had
Okay.
multiple female students write out all the meanings of the slang.
For our listeners that don't know,
Why don't you explain what Riz is?
So to me, from my understanding, Riz means that like you are a very persuasive speaker. Like you have that like Riz with how you can like persuade people and talk to people. Like you are a smooth talker is what I've understood.
so is it a compliment? I can't.
Yes, it is a compliment.
So that's not what I thought it was.
What did you hear?
So Sierra's little brother told me about what Riz is, and like it's like if you're good talking to the opposite sex.
Ooh.
Well, yeah, I think we're saying this.
Persuasive.
I think we're saying the same
So
thing.
like if I've got like what we would call game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like if you like can talk to girls super well, and then you got like mad Riz.
No, yeah, I agree that is for sure what it is.
Okay.
What they have told me.
I just thought you meant to like because the way you said it, we were like it means you're a good public speaker.
Yeah. By that I mean like you are good at talking to just people. Yes, opposite sex is probably what it means.
Okay.
Urban
Whoever you're into.
Urban Dictionary has it defined as another word for spitting game / how good you are with pulling and sustaining bitches. Bitches. Not my words.
And let me clarify, it's not necessarily opposite sex, it's whoever you're attracted to.
Yes, I will agree with that. And something that I thought was really cool that is so just basic that somebody told me, or a term that kids have been using is like roster. Right? So
I've never heard that one.
So like a student came into my my office and was talking to me, and the first thing she said to me was, "They're off my roster." And I'm like, "What does that mean?"
You're not interested in
and
them?
like it means like they're no longer friends.
Oh.
Like it's not somebody they're talking to anymore.
So this is like you're like with your friends.
Yeah, but it could be, from what I understand too, is it could be somebody that you're interested
How
in.
big of a roster do you have?
Well, personally, my roster is
Starting 5.
well.
What?
Your roster?
Who's my
Who's your
starting five? Well, I would say my wife is
Okay.
probably.
That's good.
I would say she would be, probably my. She'd probably be my point guard.
And then your dog. 'cause
My dog is
everything to
easily,
you.
yeah, is everything to me. My dog is definitely my shooting guard.
Love that.
That dude is just the best. You can't play without him, right? He drains threes from deep. And then I'm going to say I'm a center just because I'm a brute and I'm not moving around very, very well, right? And then
There leaves two others.
others.
Slots.
What are the other positions in
I don't-
basketball?
I mean,
What are these 2 other slots going to be?
I'm not a basketball player. What else do I need? I
He's your
need
power
a
forward.
Oh, power forward.
Yeah, who could be the missing 2 people on your roster?
Well, then easy. It'd be you two.
Okay.
okay, that's good.
So, but yeah, everything's going good with me though.
Okay.
So just something else.
Roster and Riz.
Yeah, and there's more too, but I'll cut.
Do they say like that's cap anymore? Or
I
Bet.
haven't heard
Bet?
that anymore. Bet isn't a thing that I've heard
Bussin'?
much either.
bussin'.
And this is just where I'm at, so maybe it's
I saw
different
something on
elsewhere.
YouTube this morning. They were talking about what the kids are saying, and one of them was bussin'.
Bussin'. I haven't heard that personally.
I don't know what
but-
that means.
So
I assume it means, like, if you don't have a car, you're bussin' to
Bussin'.
school.
You bussin'.
bussin'. You bussin' to school.
Yeah.
You bussin' home.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what's going on with me. Nick, what's going on with you, my friend?
I've been remodeling our podcast studio.
Ooh.
I'm super excited. I realized I've got so much stuff up here because I'm doing podcasts. I'm doing TikToks for my music career. I'm doing YouTubes. I'm doing like studio work, recording people. So I needed to find a way to make this space work for all of those things and also feel clean. Because right now, every time I come up here, it feels like there's just shit everywhere.
Like dirty.
So I decided I would make, like, you can kind of see over there, but for the listener, you can kind of see I made some shelves. And then I ordered some drapes that are going to hang underneath the shelves so you can't see what's underneath them. So I'm kind of making, like, mini closets. So there will be, like, a mini closet over there and a mini closet back here. And then all of the stuff that's not in use will be organized in these closets so that then the space feels like it doesn't have shit
You
everywhere.
need some. You need some live plants.
Yeah,
That's a good
agreed.
idea.
Make it
Yeah.
a jungle up here.
I don't know if I can get live plants, but, like, some
Yeah, you can.
fake
You can
plants
get.
maybe?
You can get ultraviolet. You can get those lights. The lights that
That sounds
project
like a lot.
actual.
Then I
Trace?
got more shit up here. It's like I already got all
More
kinds.
oxygen though.
Yeah, great, better air.
Oh,
Plants?
that's true. I didn't think of that.
Mm-hmm. Get yourself a snake plant. Look it up.
What's a snake plant?
It's very low maintenance.
Okay.
It's pretty cool looking. Look it up.
Yeah,
Snake plant. Okay.
I think that's what it's called.
you could definitely hang a plant right up there, my friend. Like by these lights here, or the
Get
windows
a bunch
there.
of orchids.
Yeah.
I mean,
I like that idea.
you can do anything you
Plants
want.
do make a space. You know.
I mean, to shout out your album that you absolutely cooked up here.
Yeah, absolutely. I just released an album, Nick Rivers. My debut album is titled 606, and it's been doing really well. It's actually been doing. It's better than any release I've had, and people are really enjoying it. People have reached out. A few people have reached out to ask me if I'm okay. Because
If you're okay.
the lyrics are
It's emotional.
It's an emotional album, so I am okay. But people keep reaching out to ask if I'm okay, and I am.
What's your favorite song on there?
Waterless Wishing Well.
So it's wishing well with no water in it.
Yeah, so like I came up with this idea, like what if you were like it's like a metaphor for being down in the dumps. So like if you were just sitting in a wishing well, but it has no water in it, and you're just like sitting there and you're thinking about your life and how you're down, and you want things to get better, but you couldn't even wish for things to get better because there's no water in this well.
Oh my god! And you probably don't even have a quarter either.
And then I talk about how like
that bad?
I don't even have a coin in my
Times are
pocket
that
to
tough?
make a wish.
oh,
But then the chorus comes and things start to lift up because then it starts to rain in the chorus. So then the well starts to lift up and I feel myself floating up. And then I realize that things are
Yes.
getting a little bit better just because I waited a little bit. And it's all about the ups and downs of life.
Have you ever seen the movie The Ring? I can't get anywhere near.
oh well.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Is it a horror
it's-
movie?
It's like the Samara girl
yeah.
comes
out of the
out
TV,
yeah.
right? Yeah.
I hate horror movies.
I won't go near one. But
A TV?
no, a well.
Oh, I had a hard time going close to my TV when I was younger. Once I saw that movie.
Let's get into some audience questions. We had a few people from episode 1 listen to the episode, and I assume they loved it, and they popped onto our Spotify and asked us some questions on there, which you can do as well if you're listening now. If you want to hear us talk about a certain topic, or you just have a question for us, whether it's individually or as a group, you can ask questions on there, and then on the next episode, we'll go over those questions at this part of the podcast. So what do we got
First,
from last
yeah, I
week?
just want to shout out the really qualified listeners that we have. We have some great topics. First one comes from Tree Beats. Whoever you are, you're probably amazing. Where is the boundary of the Midwest?
Like, where is ours?
Like, what would we consider Midwest?
Oh, I see. Okay.
Now, does that go like north to south, like if you draw a line? Or is
I guess
it,
I'm
I bet
thinking
it's-
states. Like, I'm going to name... In my head, I'm, like, naming states of, like, what's Midwest.
Yeah. Personally, I'm drawing the line from Illinois, and it goes down. It definitely keeps in Iowa,
I gotta-
and goes to the Dakotas and comes back up. But
Okay.
that's what I'm thinking.
I like that. Yeah, so like Wisconsin, Minnesota, Iowa,
Did you say
Illinois, Indiana,
Iowa? How did you say
Michigan.
Iowa?
Iowa?
Oh, I thought you pronounced it. Carry on.
Yeah. Minnesota, North Dakota, South Dakota. Is Nebraska?
Got to get the Cornhuskers in there, dude.
And then
Probably.
Kansas, maybe, too.
Gosh, might as well let the whole U.S. be considered.
I guess
Midwest at this
Kansas, Missouri, Indiana. That's the lower line for me. Like once you hit Oklahoma, Arkansas, you're in the South.
Do you consider the Midwest being like the central time zone? Like, do you put those two together? Time zones in general don't make sense to me.
No.
thought it
Shout
was
out
like-
to, I think it's Arizona, just doesn't belong.
Good. They're
for
on the
them.
right
They're
path.
doing things great.
Yeah, then Michigan, Ohio.
Heard they got a great retirement, community down in Arizona. Just could use some more water down there. Yeah, that's a good question though.
I'm not much of a geography guy, so I will not answer because it will just make me look stupid, as I don't really know.
That's why I pulled up a map. I'm bad with geography also.
But it's a good question. Most underrated film from your childhood.
Oh, Hot Rod.
I guess,
Childhood,
what is childhood?
high school to me.
What's the age of childhood?
That's what I was thinking. But like high school and under is what I was thinking. Because like if you take high school out, that's like prime movie going age.
I'm gonna go. This just came to the top of my head. Grind.
That is
Never
a great.
seen
I
it.
literally just
That's
watched
why
that
it's underrated.
on Amazon.
Great
I
movie.
Just watched that again.
Who's in that one?
Sweet Lou
So he
does not clean no man's poo.
That's
That's all
right.
you gotta know.
That movie's so good, in my opinion. And then my other one would be James Bond, Goldeneye. Shout out that movie. It's so good.
You think it's underrated though?
I mean, I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't have
you
an
guys-
answer. I
Have
don't
you guys
have an
seen
answer.
Hot Rod?
Yes, I've seen it
I
a million
have.
times.
Okay.
Have. You don't have an answer? Come on.
No, I don't. You guys
So you
gave
think
some
every
good
film
ones.
you watch is just overrated? Is that what you're saying?
Somewhat, yeah.
And this guy's saying film, not movie. That's how you know he knows his stuff.
A cinematic adventure?
People who are like critics of movies and cinema always say like, "Oh, that was a great film."
Well, what's there? There's an actual other name for like movie or
A cinematic adventure.
no cinema. There's like a different term. I learned it in undergrad. I can't remember. I took a film class, and there was something that it was called something different. But
Okay.
I'll have to look that up. But we got one more.
Tree Beats really loaded it in. So here, this is the last one by him. Shout out Tree Beats.
Shout out Tree Beats.
Do people ever tell you look like someone else, a celebrity, or just someone they know?
God, that's a great question. Who is this person? I want to meet him.
I can start with that one. In college, I was quite a bit skinnier, and people said I looked like Neil Patrick Harris all the time.
Oh yeah, you were pretty ugly.
He's a good-looking guy.
I'm just kidding.
And then I also got Justin Timberlake from time to time
That's good.
in college.
In college,
I don't
Neil
really get that
Patrick
anymore.
Harris. All right.
Yeah, I
Love
think it's
that.
because of the large forehead. Like, there's some pictures of me in college that I like. I'm like, yeah, I see it.
The only celebrity
So-
I ever got told I looked like, and this is when I had longer hair and more of a beard. So I don't know if you guys know, I shaved my beard.
Huh?
So
nice.
I shaved my beard. Yeah, thanks.
You went
good.
completely naked.
No, it's I still kept it a little bit, but it was Anyways, Ed Sheeran.
Wow.
Oh.
Shredding Ed.
So because when my hair is longer and my beard's longer, it goes red.
I can kind of see it. Yeah.
So people would tell me sometimes I looked like Mr. Eddie Sheeran.
Wow. I'll probably have to go Miles Teller.
Oh yeah, that's not a bad
Pretty
one.
underrated mustache. Good all around guy. Great film.
Yeah.
Have you been getting Shane Gillis a lot lately?
I don't know. Well, because he's fat.
No, is that
Isn't he?
I
Is that
don't
the
know.
wrong guy?
I don't even know who Shane Gillis
that
is.
comedian on Netflix?
The fat one.
He's not fat.
I don't even know who he is, but
This guy.
I don't see it.
You don't see it?
No.
Maybe it's just the mustache. I feel like you have the similar eyes.
you have a similar head shape to
He's fat.
You can still look like somebody without being fat. And
You look
he's-
like a skinny Shane Gillis.
yeah. Come on, man. That's
No,
not-
that's not a.
You look like Chris Farley then. What do you want me to say?
I wasn't trying to insult you.
We're moving on.
I like the Miles Teller one. Yeah, I agree. That was brutal. Oh my god.
Now we get into Lisa. Shout out Lisa. These are some hot topics: recipes, home improvement, and sex life.
Recipes?
Recipes.
Oh, okay.
Recipes and home improvement
And sex life.
What the heck could we possibly cover about our sex lives for them?
Because it's non-existent, or what?
My wife is pregnant. There's not much there.
Wow.
So you had
did
a
see-
successful sex life, is what
yeah, I guess.
yeah.
That's true.
Recipes, I am a horrible cook. Home improvement, too expensive. Sex life, who knows?
His mom listens to this podcast.
Shout out, Mom.
Shout out, Mom. Recipes, I have been making a lot of stuff in a air fryer lately. I made salmon in an air fryer with some Brussels sprouts, and that was
You just made some
delish.
mean chili.
Yeah.
I made some mean chili for us tonight.
It was a really nice
good.
crock pot you had there.
Shout out to our listeners,
didn't
episode
use it. I
1.
didn't use
Crockpot is a hot topic.
Home improvement, I talked about the loft, doing that. And sex life, that's my own business, so don't freaking ask about it.
Yeah, Lisa, maybe come on the pod and you talk about your sex life.
Yeah, Lisa.
We're moving on. Last one comes from Gus Gustafson.
Shout out Gus Gustafson.
Gus.
That's hard to say.
Yeah, it is.
Gus Gustafson.
Gus Gustafson. Too.
Trains, daily fantasy sports, El Nino, home improvement again. Wow. You got
Trains was the first
Either the band or just trains.
I do think that America should have more trains.
I would love
Passenger
better
trains.
transportation. Yeah.
Do you
Yeah.
live by a train? I live by a train. It
I
absolutely
tech-
shakes the hell out of my house.
Technically live by a train,
live
but
by a
it's
train
not
here,
loud.
too.
I don't have anything against them, but it seems to always be crossing by when I'm almost home from work, meaning I have to wait extra like 10 minutes.
That sucks. You gotta
But-
time it better.
Just gotta be, yeah. Snow or no snow?
No snow. Easy. If I
No.
could move south, I would.
Why don't you?
Because we just
You're about to blame your wife.
we can't. We can't.
Okay.
We had too good of support up
You
here.
got family up here.
Yeah.
I'm going snow. I like snow because it's fun to do things on. And
What
play
have
in.
you done in the snow this whole winter?
This whole winter, it snowed like one time.
So how about that one time it snowed? What'd you do?
I snowblowed, and I enjoy snowblowing.
Interesting.
I don't enjoy snowblowing.
I bought a brand new shovel like 3 months ago. It's just been collecting dust in my garage, but I just can't wait to whip it out.
Yeah.
That's where my life is at right now.
Good shovel goes a long way.
But yeah, that kind of completes the topics. Thank you to
Yeah.
our listeners.
Thank
Continue
you.
to put them in the Spotify episode area. I think that's where you do it.
Yep, you can put them in the Spotify area. On Spotify, there's a little area for Q&A. You can type in a question there and submit. If you don't have Spotify, you can also submit questions on our YouTube in the comments, but I can't guarantee we'll see those or remember to look at them.
Yeah, thanks for the great questions, Lisa.
So Spotify,
Thank you, Lisa.
that's your go.
And
That's
Gus
your go-to.
Gustafson.
Gus Gustafson. Don't forget about Tree Beats.
And Tree Beats.
Tree beats. And next, we have our very first snake draft.
I'm excited for the snake draft. I hope it brings good conversation and our listeners like it. And also, if you'd like to continue to see snake drafts in the topics, put your
Put your idea for a snake draft.
I guess I can kind of explain it. To snake draft, we discuss and draft our favorite items from this draft. This week is road trip snacks. So it's a snake draft, meaning if I were to go first, I would go 1, Nick 2, Max would go 3, and then he'd also get the 4th pick, and then go so on and so forth. Within road trip snacks, there's 5 categories: chips, candy, beverage, a bakery item, and miscellaneous, which can go any way you like.
Yes.
I guess I don't know how we decide who goes first, but
Youngest to oldest.
shit, I don't know how old you got. I think I'm the oldest, aren't
Yeah,
I?
you are.
Him
Yes,
then.
you are.
So you better go.
Yeah, are
we'll
you
go.
32?
Almost.
Okay. When's your
Almost.
birthday?
Tax day.
Tax day.
Pay your taxes.
America. All right, I'll go first. So I'm going to start with the snack category.
Well, it's all snack category.
Sorry, I'm going to start with the chip category.
Okay.
Right? We'll start with chips and kind of
Well,
work our way down.
You can go to any category you want
really?
first. Yeah, you can jump around if you want.
Okay.
So if you've got a hot bakery item that you want on your board, I would grab it because I'm going to be all over it.
Well, I don't think I am. I think I'm going to... Actually, you know what? Yeah, I'm going to start with the miscellaneous item. And this is going to be my favorite because I am not a chocolate sweet person. I am a meat, give me those sandwiches type person. And I'm going to start it hot off with just the original baked chicken sandwich in the hot
Wow.
area in Quick Trip.
Like rotisserie chicken, like
Just like, when you go into Quick Trip and they have that little hot, the hot area of like sandwiches and
It's
stuff.
called a Hatco.
Oh, there we go. The
Huh?
Hatco. Well, didn't know
a
that.
Hatco?
Yes.
Never heard of that. Interesting.
It's got to be made up.
I used
but-
to work at a gas station.
Yeah. So in the Hatco,
I think that's what it's called, unless I heard it wrong
Just
all
the
those years.
chicken
but
sandwich.
That's a good one. Okay.
Yep, because pretty much everything else has cheese on it.
I'll document the picks.
Okay. Eventually, I think we'll post these on a website of some sort.
Well, what we can do too is we can put it up.
But we have to do it anonymously, so they don't know who picked what. So they just pick based off the board. Does that make sense?
You know, people would pick me. All right,
Okay.
Nicholas,
They'll
what do you
just
got?
have to figure it out.
Okay. Let's see here. I am going to go with beverage. Nope. I'm going to go with candy because I love candy more than anyone does.
I would probably.
I love candy. I'm going to go number one candy for a road trip, Gobstoppers.
Wow.
Whoa!
Are you kidding
Didn't
me?
see that one coming. That's
Okay.
a horrible decision.
Next question decides
Gross.
our friendship. Are you going the chewy gobstoppers or the straight up?
Straight up.
That's just interesting.
my
I don't even know
God.
they sold gobstoppers anymore.
I
yeah.
didn't even think that was a thing anymore.
I think it was the purple box was the chewy ones.
You got to realize that, like, if you're on a long road trip, this is a box of candy that lasts a long time.
But what happens if you spill it and then they just go all under
They
your
don't
seat?
spill. They got an easy open part, and you just pop a few out, throw them in your mouth, and you're good to go.
Oh my god, I lost so much
It's an
respect for you.
it's
That
an,
is-
it's
I
an
didn't see
unwrapped
that.
candy. It's an unwrapped candy. It's everlasting. Gobstopper.
All right.
It lasts a long time.
Shout out Violet Beauregard.
So
from
if
Willy
you're
Wonka.
driving and you don't want to constantly be grabbing and stuff, you want to just throw a few in and be good for a little bit. That's what I'm saying.
All right. I can't even talk about that
That
anymore.
is, I didn't even, that wasn't even on my radar.
No.
Okay.
Okay, bad first pick, but
No.
No,
I mean,
what
it's
you
not up
want.
to us what we think.
well, I should have picked something that I think that you guys, because I want the.
Let's just say you could have gotten that in the 5th round.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You could have got
yeah.
that last pick.
Okay.
I probably could, honestly, it's the same with mine, but that's okay.
I'm gonna go beverage, and I'm going chocolate milk.
Ooh.
Interesting.
Sound like my dad.
You can be hungover or just excited to be there, and chocolate milk will still hit the same.
Milk when you're hungover sounds like a terrible idea.
Oh,
For
it'll
me.
put you right to bed.
Oh boy.
All right.
Back to you.
I'm lactose intolerant, so that will not be my choice unless it's Fairlife. I do like a good
Oh,
Fairlife milk. They got
I mean,
extra protein in there for you.
Is Fairlife like
It's so-
lactose free or something?
So
Okay.
good, dude. So
It
good.
is-
All right, I'm gonna jump into bakery item, and this is when I hit the sweet tooth, and it's not very often, but when I do, it hits hard, and I could eat a whole pan of these things if I have the right mentality, if you know what I mean. I'm gonna go with the pumpkin bar.
What?
So. You know those pumpkin bars at Quick Trip, man? Holy
You're just a quick trip
crap,
guy.
Those
I
are
need to-
good.
They don't really
That's
have.
disgusting.
It's the only place I go to get my road
Pumpkin
trip
is
snacks.
the devil's flavor.
Whatever, man.
We're talking like the thick, squared.
Thick squared, like another 5 inches of icing. Oh,
Man,
yes.
we are all completely different. I think.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep. I think you're right.
Okay, I'm gonna go chip.
Oh no, he gets Oh, I should have gotten 2 picks, right?
You should have. Yeah, you should have won again.
Okay.
I would not have taken. Right. So wait, it goes.
Yeah, you're up. Then Nick should have went.
I mean, no one's gonna take pumpkin.
No.
I'm gonna go candy, and it's got to be the Wiley Wallaby Classic Red Licorice. Those are
Wiley Wallaby.
absolute
Interesting.
dynamite. Shout out to listeners that eat those because they are
Those are good.
top tier.
So those are the ones that you actually have to bite off,
Oh, no.
not the ones you peel.
No, yeah, they just come in a bag. They're like this big, and
Those are good. I'll give you
I've
that.
got no self control. The whole bag's gonna be gone, but I have to have it on my board.
All right.
That's a good one. That's a good
All
one.
right.
So that was your second pick, so now it's back to me.
You're good. Yep.
So do I get 2?
Nope. You get one
Why did he get 2?
because he was the last.
Oh, okay.
God, you ever been in a draft?
No, I haven't.
He's a musician.
That's right.
Okay, I'm gonna go chip. Which for chip, I was thinking the whole like salty snack aisle, and I'm gonna go with the mustard dots.
Ooh.
Those pretzels.
Oh.
I know what you're talking about. Yep. You're talking about Dots pretzels,
Those-
mustard flavor.
Mustard flavor of the dots pretzels.
I will agree with you on
Next
that one.
time you
That's a
pick
good
those
spot.
up, crush them up, use it as your breading for your walleye.
Oh my gosh, that sounds amazing.
It'll change your life.
Yeah, you'd have
Wow.
to catch something first.
We can do that. Catch a vibe.
All right, I already did one, so I will do my second. It's my pumpkin bars. I'm gonna go with a chip Because I would say more than likely I'm buying chips.
Wait
on
one
my
second.
first
Is your
road trip.
dots? Is that your chip?
That was my chip.
Is a pretzel a chip?
It's in the. There is no like. I'm saying chip is the salty snack aisle.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll give it to you. I'll give it to you on that one. For me, I would say I'm gonna go Gardettos.
Oh yeah.
Original flavored Gardettos have got to
That's
be
a good one.
something that I've ate since high school.
Is that your chip?
That's my chip.
That isn't. I mean,
It's in a bag.
Anything in a bag is a chip.
That is a chip, my friends. That is a chip.
let's just say my board's looking better and better the more that you guys are picking chips that are pretzels.
We'll see about that.
Okay. I'll see you. So now you go.
So now you go.
Okay, now do I pick two?
One. Oh my God.
When do I get to pick two?
Nah, you're in the middle. You never do.
Okay, we did chip candy. I'm gonna go beverage, Dr. Pepper.
Wow. Okay. I like Dr. Pepper.
Yeah, when I was in high school.
I'm trying to like that's just like middle of the pack for all pop and soda. I'm just confused on where you got to that. Usually you're like,
That's just my favorite soda.
okay, it's fair.
And I don't have that at home often, so
Okay.
if I'm on the road,
You want to
it's
treat
a
yourself?
treat. Yeah.
I'll get you. I'm gonna go bakery
What?
and I'm just going your classic Hostess donuts.
Okay.
Ooh, you're on the
absolutely
hungover
dominate.
section there.
I mean, isn't the gas station a hungover central?
Yeah.
Are you hungover on beginning of a road trip though?
Usually, like
You can have a road
usually,
trip
like,
on the
you're
way back.
waking up and you're just like, I mean, I'll eat them hungover or not hungover.
Okay.
But-
that is a good one. I do like the Hostess.
I mean,
brand
chocolate milk
of
with the
items.
donuts, absolutely out of bounds.
That's
Yeah.
true. That's a great combination.
I do like a good Hostess donut when I'm a little bit.
Now I'm back. I'll get 2 picks now. Let's see. I'm gonna go.
Do I get 2 picks? I'm kidding.
I'm gonna go miscellaneous, and I'm going with the cinnamon 3 milligram Zin.
I was
That is absolute dessert in the lip.
Yeah.
It just absolutely completes your meal, and
That's a good
that's my
pick.
miscellaneous.
That's a good pick.
So you're always tossing one of those back after you eat your donuts.
It's an appetizer, and then we'll come out, and then will be my dessert as well.
Now I'm not somebody that zins, but are you keeping it in your lip when you're eating and drinking?
No, I'm not a savage, but
Okay. But do people do that?
I hope not. But they probably do.
People do that.
Eh,
I don't,
interesting.
but I think savages.
But I had to have the cinnamon 3 milligram on the board because
I think that's a good miscellaneous.
Interesting. Freaking addicts over here.
I'm gonna pick bakery next, and I'm gonna go with a simple vanilla Long John donut,
Okay, here's the question: is it filled or not filled?
unfilled.
Thank
Okay,
you.
good.
Filled donuts
Sprinkles?
are
And
literally
it has to
the
be
worst.
fresh, like fresh.
You know what type of donut I really
No,
like?
no sprinkles. If there's no option, I will choose. If there's only sprinkles, I'm okay with that.
Sprinkles suck.
But it's gotta be
They
a Long
They
John.
ruin a donut.
It's got to be a Long
I mean,
John,
it's accessible. It's
fresh-
easy to eat.
a fresh vanilla Long John.
Long John.
Not filled.
I had an argument actually the other day with one of my coworkers. I took the last donut. It was a Long John. Wasn't filled, but I really needed something sweet. But it had sprinkles on it. And I took the donut and I
shook it.
so it would take off because it was covered. You couldn't even see the donut because it had so many sprinkles
Yeah,
on it.
that's you can't do that.
And my coworker was super pissed at me because he's like, "You're wasting the best part." And I'm like, "This is ruining my donut."
Is this a classic situation where it's the last donut in the box? It's been sitting there for a while.
I
So,
didn't
like,
even know it was there. Yeah,
Someone just has to eat it, or else it'll just sit there.
yeah.
See, I think that you did ruin that particular donut because I think when they make the donuts, I think it's kind of like pizza toppings, where if you just have a cheese pizza, there's more cheese on that than a pizza with toppings. I think that donuts are the same, and they put less frosting on if there's sprinkles. So then you're missing that sugar layer if you dump them all off.
Negative. There's definitely enough frosting
Now,
on there.
I look at it from a different way. When there's just like one piece of something left in a box, and they just want to throw it away, get it out of there, but there's still that one donut or piece of pizza. It just sits there until someone takes the last piece. I think you were doing.
That's fair.
Your office is solid, and you can eat it however you want.
Thanks, guys.
That's a fair point.
I appreciate that.
2 sides.
I appreciate that. I am a big Long John fan though. Chocolate
Yeah.
frosting, not vanilla.
Interesting.
You?
I'm a maple. Maple iced Long John, straight up.
I'm going to go to my candy section, and I am going to go with the ever-famous Twix bar.
Wow.
So Twix bars, to me, are bread in butter. They are peanut butter and jelly.
Do you realize at the beginning of this he was talking about how he doesn't have a sweet tooth, he doesn't really like candy or chocolate, and now he's like, I just can't live without a Twix bar.
And pumpkin bars?
I don't like candy. Like, I don't like...
Twix is candy.
So you're telling me...
No, I know that, but I don't like Sour Patch Kids or like stuff like that. Like Skittles. Like.
So you were the kid on Halloween looking for the houses that gave out pencils and erasers.
Now I was looking for full-size candy bars. I didn't screw around with the rest of that crap.
Shout out to the people that gave out full-size candy bars.
Yeah, you guys are the real kings. Yes. You guys are the real kings out there. But no, Twix bars, to me, are by far the best candy you can get in Quick Trip.
Okay.
Shout out Quick Trip.
And then you got a second one?
And, yeah, my last one here. I will go to the beverage, and I'm going to go with yellow Gatorade.
A lot of electrolytes.
Yep.
That's smart.
Yep. Gatorade
Are you hungover?
to me. I might as well be after eating all these road trip snacks. But Gatorade is
yellow.
A good bump. Yellow Gatorade is the best one, I think, personally. So
I'm just imagining the yellow Gatorade with the rest of the snacks you ate, and it's a clashing taste.
So would you like a fruit punch Gatorade better?
No,
Riptide Rush, the best flavor.
What is that?
I like the blue one.
Purple.
Purple. Oh,
blue and purple.
But not the dark purple. There's two different types.
Interesting.
Riptide Rush. Okay.
There's clearly a difference in perspectives in this table right now, apparently. So.
I think all of these options would have been on the table either way.
Apparently all of ours were.
All right, I got one more here. My miscellaneous, and I know you guys aren't going to have this, but the...
Cigarettes.
The cotton candy for real shake.
What is happening?
Who are you?
Wait,
there's no way you ever get that.
Where do you get that?
It's a Quick Trip thing, and it's
shout
like
out
a
Quick
frozen.
Trip. No free ads.
It's a frozen. It's a frozen thing that you put in their little blender,
I've seen the machine,
and it blends it up, and it makes it really nice. And the cotton candy one, don't knock it till you try it.
What do you call it? A flow or a
for real?
That's for really awesome.
You are all over the board with your tastes. I like it.
I'm basically a 12-year-old child.
I thought for sure you would have taken the sweet tarts or like those nerd ropes.
As a miscellaneous?
Or just any like sugar.
My second option was a SpongeBob popsicle, also at Quick Trip.
With the gumball eyeballs?
Yes!
Shout out to all the ice cream vans that came through my neighborhood. Those were always a top tier item. Or the Sonic one.
I drove an ice cream truck once.
Sonic is better, but they don't have that at Quick Trip.
Okay, so if you're going to go into the little freezer that has ice cream bars, your classic one in a gas station, what are you going to grab? There's
Heath bar.
Oh.
You got to go chips or the Kemp Switch. That's
good.
That's value.
Heath bar, man.
That's a good choice.
Shout out to my Schwann's man Jesse back when I was a kid.
Shout out Schwann's.
He would bring me my Heath bars.
Wow. Shout out Schwann's. What about you?
Ice cream. SpongeBob popsicle.
Do they even sell those in gas stations?
The Quick Trip has it.
You know what other one I like though?
Quick Trip.
Push pops.
Oh, the push pops are good.
Push pops or
yeah,
those are.
I like that.
Those are good.
To finish the draft, I've got a chip and I'm going Flamin' Hot Cheetos. I might as well just get nasty with my board and make it just a messy car
ride. You like
ride.
Takis too?
No.
Yeah, it's all the rage these days.
Taki.
But those are just tough on the stomach, but once you open them, you just can't stop. And, and your hands are just covered in that dust.
Yeah.
So you just have to finish the bag.
See, if I ate those, I think I'd shit myself in the car.
Well, you get diapers at Quick Trip too, I think.
Now, are you a guy that likes to lick his fingers afterwards?
No.
Do you let your dog lick your fingers after you eat something?
Mm-mm.
I love letting Archie lick my fingers.
I do that too. And Sierra thinks
Maggie
it's
thinks
so
it's
gross.
weird as heck, yeah.
I mean, I probably have, but I don't know if I'd give him Flamin' Hot Cheeto dust. I feel like that's just asking for a mess.
Yeah, that's true. I wouldn't let my dog eat the like spicy stuff like that.
I agree.
But
I agree. Well, that was a good one.
That was
Nick,
a good
you definitely had the weirdest picks.
Yep.
All right, I'm just going to go through the draft. So Max had
I'm going to grab a beer here
chicken sandwich, Gardetto's original flavor, Twix bar, yellow Gatorade, and pumpkin bars. A very well-rounded draft, I will say. Like, you really are hitting all you got your protein with the chicken sandwich, whereas me and Nick are kind of all over the board. So he had cotton candy for real, mustard dots pretzels, gobstoppers, the not chewy version, Dr. Pepper, and vanilla Long John, no sprinkles, no filling. And for me, I had Zyn 3 milligrams cinnamon Zyn, Flamin' Hot Cheetos, dark or classic red Wallabies, chocolate milk, and Hostess donuts.
I like the Hostess pick. I really enjoy that.
I went the route of things that I will dominate in one sitting that aren't going to come out of that car when I'm finished the ride.
Yeah, I think it's a great idea.
I'll probably be running for the porcelain throne, but either way, I won't leave a trace.
Honestly, I do that every morning, regardless, and at least 3 more times during the day. So regardless of what I'm eating. So,
I mean, some things I should have drafted. I had Arizona iced tea, the big cans, good
like
value there.
That's a great one.
I like those on the golf course when you can pour about half of it out and pour something else in.
Like what?
No free ads.
What?
Pringles, just for accessibility. Well, if you're driving, fit in the cup holder.
Yeah.
I never even thought of that.
Blue Powerade. Kind of shocked that wasn't drafted. That's
Yeah.
just a signature.
Yeah, that is shocking.
I would say the one that I probably should have said instead of Gardetto is my next top pick that I usually always get with my chicken sandwich would be salt and vinegar chips.
I had those. The
so
Miss
it's a good
Vicky's
combo.
or like the Dutch Crutch?
Dutch Crutch, yeah.
Well, that was our very first snake draft on episode 2 of the Banter Brigade podcast.
Lovely.
And if you have a snake draft you'd like to see, throw it in the Q&A. Otherwise, we are going to move on to topics that we have thought of this week and would like to discuss on BB, Banter Brigade.
Baby.
Banter Brigade. I didn't make a list, so I'm just here.
Okay.
So I got a question for you guys. Or not a question, but more of, I guess question. Have you guys told your significant others or friends, it could be anybody, did you guys have a joke, like a long-lasting joke with like friends or family or significant others that you guys played with for a while?
What do you mean, like a prank or like?
No, more of like, did you tell somebody something that was a joke that wasn't true and you went along with it for a very long time until you told them the truth and they were just completely flustered by the truth?
I feel like if you go an extended period of time, you just have to let it ride. Depending on what it is.
Yeah. So let me tell you my example. So when I first met Maggie,
Shout out Maggie.
so when you start like staying over at somebody's house and whatever, all that kind of stuff,
So
like you're like brushing your teeth, you're getting ready, all this kind of stuff. So like this joke that I had with Maggie for literally like 3 years was the fact that when me and my brothers and sisters were younger, we couldn't afford toothpaste. So my sister, who is the oldest, brushed her teeth first.
No.
And then my brother would hold out his toothbrush and she would spit on the toothbrush.
Oh my God.
And she believed this?
And then Sam, my brother, would then brush his teeth and then spit on my tooth, and then I would be the last one. And she legitimately, my wife is one of the smartest people I know, but she believed it for about 3 years.
Why would you make something like that up? I don't know. That only brings your stock value down, I feel like.
Yeah.
Well, I think maybe it made her feel bad.
To me, that would make,
I don't know.
if I was her, it would make me not want to kiss you.
Do you want to relive a childhood memory right here, right now? With your toothbrush?
Yes.
No. Wow.
Yes,
okay.
I do.
Interesting.
Huh.
And you guys have anything like that, or is it?
I honestly can't think of anything.
No.
I can't either. I mean, that was wild.
That was something.
Yeah, it was a good one. She believed for a while. I'm
I
really
think if I
surprised.
thought long and hard enough, I'd be able to come up with something maybe, but nothing's coming to mind.
Interesting.
But I got a question. Do you guys have a good handle on your microwaves? Like, when you are reheating something and you put it in the microwave. Do you guys have a good handle on like knowing exactly how long to put something in the microwave for?
I just give it the old. I'm looking through the glass lens, and if I see that thing explode to the top of my microwave, we're opening it up.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, I would say I'd never actually put an exact time in. I usually am always pushing. No, you don't. I'm always pushing
Just
plus
the
30,
one-
plus 30, or plus 1, plus 1.
Okay. And then you
So-
just watch it until you think it's, and then you pop.
Yeah, I don't think I'm ever actually putting an actual time in.
Okay.
And I think most things I put in for at least like a minute to 2 minutes.
do you?
Yeah.
And you just trust, like, so if you're making like pizza rolls, it says 2 minutes. You're like, all right, 2 minutes.
Well, normally
Am I
it
gonna be
says
good?
like 1 to 2 minutes, and then I'll go 1 minute 30 seconds.
Interesting.
Interesting, yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, that is funny.
You
I
should
mean-
turn your dinger off.
I did.
Dingy.
Well, thank God.
Hollywood.
You're telling me to turn my dinger off? You're over
Yeah.
here trying to smack a
Quit playing
bottle
with your
open.
dingy.
That's true. Fair enough. Fair enough.
Well, I don't have any topics, so I'm just here to comment.
You got more?
Yeah, I got so I was in the shower the other day, and
Good, it's good.
has anybody ever described your body as something, like a specific body type, or called it something specific?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, for example, I was in the shower, and I was getting out of the shower, and Maggie was in the bathroom getting ready because we have it's a small bathroom, whatever. So I'm getting out and stuff. I got and Maggie's looking at my belly button, and she's making fun. She's like, "Holy crap, that thing is a crater."
Like large?
Like large, like in just like.
Can we see it?
Deep. No, am I going to show you my belly button right now?
I've found some lint in my belly button every now and then.
Can you give me
Can
you give me a coin size that this
the
belly
silver
button is?
dollar.
Like, are we talking dime, quarter, nickel?
You have seen my belly button before.
Maybe I've seen it, but I've never looked at it.
No, I would say it's probably like a quarter around, and it's deep though.
So you're like, you
And
can
it's
get like
not
a
as-
roll of quarters.
Maybe at least like 7.
No way.
I would say almost prove it, but I don't know if I want to say that.
You can fit 7 quarters in your belly button.
Maybe I've never tried.
Holy
I bet it'd be
cow.
somewhere around there.
I mean, how did you land on 7? You must have tried. You don't
I'm
just come up with that
just
number.
thinking in my head, just 7 quarters in my belly button.
Wow.
I have a hard time believing that you guys have never, like, nobody's ever said something specific about your body part, and called it something.
Huh. People have said I have in college they were just like called me a beanpole because I was so skinny. I thought that's what you meant.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that is what I mean.
Like,
Yeah.
but as far as like,
My body is boring as hell. I don't know.
Interesting. We'll have to talk about this off air, apparently. I feel like there's something
no.
we can dig
Oh, no.
into, Yvonne.
Those are some interesting topics.
yeah. Okay, I've got a question. What's the dumbest way you've ever injured yourself?
I have shattered my tailbone falling into the back of a chair.
Whoa.
And if you've ever shattered your tailbone, it is the most painful thing in the world.
I bet.
It happened to me in high school. Literally had to sit on like a inflatable donut in class.
Oh, Nick knows something about
And
that.
do you now?
Oh
I'm
yeah.
just kidding.
Oh yeah.
And then it heals itself, so you pretty much just have to ride
You just
it
have
out.
to ride
but
the
it's
pain.
But yeah, wasn't
That's
drunk,
crazy.
wasn't anything. Just
You just sat
literally
down.
fell back into like the corner of a wooden chair. And
Wow.
it was terrible.
Must have been just right. Like if you drop your phone just on the corner, just right, and it shatters.
It's terrible.
Wow. What about you, Max?
I have injured myself way too many times. But I would say the most PG one.
Oh, it doesn't have to be
No, I
PG.
mean you can't say that.
This is the dumbest way you've ever injured
Okay, yeah.
yourself.
Dumbest way. I don't know. I got so many it's hard to count, or talk about them all, or even pick one.
What's the most rated R injury?
Well, when I was a kid, it was during youth baseball, so it was traveling baseball. So we were trying to practice outside, but it was raining out. So our coach knew a farmer who actually had batting cages in his barn. Super
That's
sweet,
super cool.
super sweet. So he's like, all right, we're going to go out to this farmer's farm and we're going to hit some balls or whatever in the barn, all this stuff. So on the way over there, our coach lets us know that this farmer had one rule, and his one rule was don't go near his dog. Okay? My dog is everything to me. So
He made that clear.
So FYI, I love dogs. I love dogs more than I probably love anybody. So what do? I gotta go take a piss. So I sneak outside to go pee.
No.
And I go look for the dog, and it's pouring rain out. It's like a scene from a horror movie, from a kid wandering outside when he shouldn't be. And I see the dog. The dog brings a tennis ball to me. So I'm like, wow, this is a really nice dog. So I go up, the dog drops the tennis ball. I grab the tennis ball, and this dog attacks my leg.
Oh no.
And latches to my leg, and then I fall back. And I sort of blacked out in a way, I couldn't even remember what happened.
Jeez.
So then I ran upstairs and I was like, God, I'm like, holy crap, good thing, thank God I got away. And then 10 minutes later, my leg started to hurt, and I looked down and I had a huge chunk out of my leg, and I didn't even know it. So then I had to tell my dad when I got home. I didn't tell my baseball coach. I still went and practiced, and didn't say anything. I told my buddy, and then he was like, just wrap it up. So we wrapped it up, whatever. Told my dad, and brought me to the ER, and they were asking me what happened. I was like, I fell on a rock outside while I was taking a piss. The doctors didn't believe it for a second.
I thought your dad did something to you then?
No, they didn't believe it for a second,
Okay.
but I was so scared that something happened to the dog
Oh.
that I didn't want to say anything. So, but then I don't know if anything happened to the dog specifically, but eventually they were like, yeah, that's bullshit what happened. And
It's
I told
not your
them,
fault.
So
What are you supposed to do if a dog brings a tennis ball to you? And
Well,
also, I thought it was going to go a whole
seriously.
different way when you said that.
Same.
I was going to the bathroom, and I was like,
Same. I was like, oh no. Pee-pee's out. Dog is.
Pepe, no, I am fully together down there without any issues. So,
it's good to know.
but I would say
Cheers
that's
to
probably one of the stupidest, due to the fact that I was told not to, and I did it anyways.
I mean,
Huh.
But
that's...
Mine involves an owl.
Dude, owls are sketchy.
were you out at night? Aren't
So
they?
this was second grade, and we had an assembly, and they had a person bring in some animals for this assembly and teach us about
What's an
these
assembly?
animals.
Just like a class? Or...
It's like when the entire school gathers in the gym to see something
Got it.
or to learn something.
You don't know what an assembly is? Hold on, what?
I don't know.
It's a bunch of people assembling. is an
Where'd you go to
assembly.
school?
Wisconsin, apparently.
All right, touche.
So this lady, she brings out this owl. It's on her arm, and it's super cool. Owls are awesome. And she's telling us all about this owl, and she's like, did you know owls can turn their heads
Sketchy.
360 degrees around? Which we'll get to. That is not actually true.
What?
So owls can
thought
turn
that
their
was
heads almost 360 degrees, and then they flip their head back so fast that it looks like it's 360 degrees.
That myth has been busted.
So, she tells us owls can do this. They can turn their heads 360 degrees. So I go home that night, and I think, well, if an owl can turn its head 360 degrees, I probably can turn my head pretty far, too. This is second grade thinking. So I turn my head, and I'm like, okay, well, that's not working. So I grab my hand, and I push my head
Oh.
to see how far I can do it. And I gave it just a good push, and my neck cracked, horrible pain, and for the next week, I was not able to move my head. I had to stay home from school, and my head was just hurting in extreme, or my neck was just hurting in extreme pain. After a few days, finally, I was able to get up, and I went to the mirror, and my head was permanently over here, because that's like the only place it felt good.
That's why you look weird.
So I got some help from the doctor and stuff, and we moved my neck back to the middle again. But I have had permanent neck pain and back pain
Fuck that owl.
my entire life.
That myth screwed you up.
So then I, did a ton of yoga, and got my neck strengthened and
Goat yoga?
Got back. What's goat yoga?
Goat yoga?
Do
Where
you
do
just
you
do-
regular yoga.
Do you guys do yoga?
I do
no,
yoga.
I do not do yoga.
Probably 3 times a week I do yoga.
Do you find your inner zen? Or
I
what?
really like it. Yeah.
Do you
It's calming.
use Zen while you're finding
Helps you
Zen?
get in touch with your body and your muscles. I do it after like a hard workout, so like I'll do a hard
Stop bragging, Nick. Jeez.
like a strength workout, and then when your body is like kind of I don't know the right word, pumped up from your stimulated from your strength workout, then doing the yoga where you can like feel all of those muscles that you just
Let me guess you did a
worked out.
cold plunge after that too.
no I
And you go
wish.
reflect it in your journal too.
You
Yes.
guys.
I think I've got too bad of ADD where I couldn't do yoga or I couldn't calm my brain down enough to enjoy it, but it does look relaxing.
You should do some meditation first to figure out how to like make yourself okay with the wandering thoughts.
Now, how do you know that you're meditating?
You just so like I do guided ones where it like tells you to think about your breath. So then you're just thinking about your breath, and then your mind starts to wander, and then you're like, shoot, I'm not thinking about my breath. And then you allow yourself to come back to the breath, but you don't get mad at yourself for your wandering thought. You just think, oh, I was wandering. Now I'm back. And then you keep practicing that, like I wandered, now I'm back, and that's okay. It's okay that I wandered, and now I'm just back.
My mind is
You
always
keep doing that over and
wandering,
over. Mine too. That's why this is so helpful for me.
though. Interesting.
Helps ground him. You know what's something weird? Got one. I'll bring up one more thing. Something that sticks in my head, and like even to this day, and it's something that I brought up to several people that I'm like wondering if I'm the only one that thinks this way, or like maybe everybody is, but some people are just scared to have the conversation with themselves. Now think about it. You are 31, right?
Mm-hmm.
How long have you known Sierra for?
Let's see.
Better get this right.
I believe I met her when I was 20.
Okay, so probably 11 years.
Yeah.
But anyways, my point being is that you got to think about, like, we've been alive for 30 plus years at this point.
Damn.
And we are basically allowing a stranger to sleep next to us, and we are so vulnerable
Are you
to
talking
whatever
at
type of
that age?
No, now.
Now. Okay.
Just now, like think like every night I go to bed, I shut myself off, and I'm not as vulnerable at any other point more than I am at that moment.
True.
And if Maggie had some sort of like hidden agenda, I would have no power over it.
I don't sleep, so
I'm just saying. If you think about that.
Yeah, but that's the trust. That's where trust comes in.
Yeah, serial killers can pretend to be trustful too, man.
Statistically, if you're going to get murdered, it's going to be by your partner. So
Exactly
Shit.
my point.
yeah, like, but there's that trust.
Interesting.
And honestly, for me, if Sierra did murder me, I probably had it coming.
Jesus.
is there anything you want to just say I'm sorry about?
Yeah.
Get it off your chest.
I'm sorry for anything I've done. Don't murder me in my sleep. But you don't sleep?
No,
Insomnia?
I think so. I get about 4 hours of sleep a night,
Oh.
maybe.
Dang.
Yeah,
How do you function?
that's all I know. Been like that since probably high school.
So do you, like, lay in bed for longer than that? Do you, like, what is your, like,
Yeah.
what does it look like?
I listen to like podcasts, like in bed, and which is probably not good for you.
So
I
you're
don't want-
resting, just not able
Not
to
not like
sleep.
REM sleep. Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, but I feel like once you start looking at the clock, you're like, I have to get up in 3 hours, 2 hours. Like you're just screwed at that point.
Sure.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's crazy.
but like, oh, you should do a sleep study. It's like, no, I'm not going to be hooked up like Bane from Batman and have someone watch me
Yes.
through a glass window, because then I really
Interesting.
wouldn't sleep.
Bane did a sleep study?
No, I'm just saying
Batman?
with the mask, Bane.
What is that saying right now? Camera is too hot. Turning off.
Yeah, probably that.
This content is too hot. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, so you must be thinking that Maggie's gonna kill you if this is in your mind.
I am just saying that it is something to think about, because every night I'm going to bed and I'm hoping that I didn't do something or I didn't miss
That's
something.
why you get a whole
to be
new day.
killed.
You get a whole new day.
You know,
I'm just saying.
I don't think that she has dinner, and you trust her.
And that's what everybody thinks.
But is this an actual concern of yours?
that's just something you
I'm
think
willing
about.
to come do night watch at your house.
Thank you. I'll
Yeah.
put a camera in my bedroom for you.
But then he's got to worry about you too.
It's got a lot of good stuff in that house.
Well, so you said you're doing reffing a lot lately. I'm wondering, like, what got you into reffing? Is it to be a part of the game more still? Is it enjoyable? Like, what makes you want to ref stuff?
Power trip.
Big time power trip. Give me the whistle. No, I've got a cousin who's in 8th grade, and I went to one of his games last year, and he was just talking shit about how bad the refs were. And I was like, you know what? Next year, I'm going to go out of my way, become a ref, and I'm going to try to get assigned one of your games just so I can make your life miserable. I've yet to be assigned to one of his games, but that was the main reason. It's not for the money. But I do love basketball, and obviously I'm not as good as I once was, even though I wasn't that good. But being around the sport and I don't know.
Yeah.
Having the whistle in my hand is,
Having all that
oh
power.
man. But it's not all, perfect. I mean, some parents are absolutely crazy. Like, I feel bad for some of these kids. Like,
Sure.
they just seem embarrassed by their parents. Like,
I'm
sure
these
they
kids
are.
are like in 3rd grade. Like, they just want to hang out. Like,
Yeah.
and you're screaming at like the clock or like a travel. Like, I don't know. It blows my mind that some parents are so hot. It's like I feel bad for them that they have something more going on at home
Yeah.
that they're taking
Yeah,
out on me,
definitely.
who's making little to no money just to
Yeah.
be there
Right.
to facilitate a game.
Well, and if they're that passionate about the game, they should channel it into reffing themselves or something.
I mean, there's a
Healthier.
shortage.
There's a shortage.
There is, but like it's
We need more zebras out there.
we do,
Yeah.
and I'm looking for a partner. We can run duos.
I know nothing
How do you become a
basketball.
ref?
You got to do a clinic through. I did through MYAS, which is Minnesota Youth something.
Okay. So, like, if I want to become a ref right now, do I, like, go on Google and I'm
Go
like...
in, you fill out the application. They make sure you're not a serial killer or a sex offender.
Those are big.
From there,
ones, yeah.
you go to like an in-person clinic where they just kind of go over rules, and because every age has different rules and whatnot, and then there's a written test, and then you have to do like a concussion protocol thing. But yeah, not a whole lot, and then you're just thrown into it. So like I was a little nervous. I mean, I know basketball, but there's a lot. I mean, like positioning on the court and stuff, but like there wasn't much to do to become a ref.
Sure.
But
Well, maybe that's why your cousin had a good point. Why they're all so shitty. There
I mean,
needs to be more
the
training
amount
and
of
education
times
for.
I want to just
refs.
rip my shirt off and be like, "Here, you do it." To like
Yeah,
a
I
parent. I
bet.
mean, we're not supposed to like address the parents, but sometimes
You should do that sometime. That'd be hilarious.
just drop the whistle and just leave the gym.
No, give it to the parent.
Yeah, well, I usually go shirtless underneath my jersey, so no. But
Yeah, rep.
Nice.
I will tell you that I have no like want to be a ref of any
Yeah, it
sort.
sounds terrible, and I think that's probably why
Like-
there's a shortage. It's like being the net guy when you're fishing. You can only do a good job. Like,
Yeah,
you can either get the fish or you fuck it up.
yeah,
or just forget the net.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Seriously though, like my dad during he was in charge of the baseball umpires.
Dude,
in
that's a
youth
whole different
baseball.
breed. You're
And
alone.
it was me and my brother both umped baseball while he was in charge of it, and it was the most miserable. Just parents were they were so mean. They were so mean. I just told him, I was like, I'm never doing this again. I was like, I don't have to. I know I don't like it.
It definitely
I'm
can
over
get under your skin, but like
Yeah.
it's. I just be like, well, without me, then literally your kid can't play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I think. But even the coaches are just like, these kids are like so young. Like they don't even know if they like basketball. They just want to do something.
Right.
Yeah.
And you're out here just like screaming at them. It's like,
Yeah.
They're just exploring the sport and having fun with their friends, and
Yeah. Parents out there, chill.
chill the fuck out.
Let the refs and the kids play.
hell yeah. All right, and with that, this has been episode 2 of Banter Brigade. Thank you so much for listening. My name is Nick. I got Sam over here on my left, and I got Max over here on my right. If you'd like to see a topic or hear a topic be discussed on Banter Brigade, make sure you put it in the Q&A on Spotify. You can follow us on Spotify. We've also got a TikTok and a YouTube. And tell your friends about the podcast. We'd love to have them listening as well. Thank you, and we'll see you next time.
Baby.